Hello, 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 and welcome. Just making sure my sound's working. Let me know, people, in the comments if it's not. When I play around with these systems. Welcome to the ENG YNPL Review Show. We're back after Christmas and New Year, Rich. Got loads of talking points, loads of stuff going on. Let us know in the comments. We've got special guests, Olivia and Lilly from Southend Sapphires. We've got talking points. Who is playing for what in the leagues? Can Southend Sapphires move into fourth? And the 3-horse race, the under-13 South. Quite a lot to talk about today, my friend. What do you reckon, Rich?
Yeah, well, I want to apologise because in December in particular, we kind of went off track because of the World Cup, didn't we, Martin?
No.
Yeah, it's like every Wednesday is like, we can't do the Wednesday because Brazil are playing. We can't do that Wednesday.
It's like, come on, there's a World Cup. I remember doing one and I got the 100-inch, projector screen down, and I'm like peering over, going, "Okay, we got a score."
It was difficult to try and do the review show when the World Cup comes around every 4 years. So we apologise, but we're going to be back every single week, probably apart from half terms, while we now move into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds. But yeah, we'd like to say welcome back. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year. But we are so excited for what's going to be materialising in the next few months. With every single league has major talking points. Up to 8 teams qualify for national competition. So not only is it a fight for the top 4, it's a fight from 5th to 8th to get into national competitions. And also the teams who want to stay in the league are fighting to avoid relegation. So there's so much going on, and looking forward to seeing how it all pans out. And if it's anything like the under-16s event,
I'm about to say, you beat me to it. I was just about to say, you knew I was going to say that, didn't you? You knew it. No. Go on, take it away.
Well, just say we conducted our under-16s Netball Cup event. It was a bit different to the norm. It's a 10, 12-minute game competition. It's a great competition. It's fast. It's unpredictable. It's on your edge type of stuff. And it was just dramatic. It had everything you want from a competition. You had elite players. You had last-second goals. You had upsets.
Turnford and Paul game went through.
Yeah, Turnford versus Paul, and we're going to look forward to that. Great atmosphere.
Yeah, they went into extra time, and then it went to golden goal. I mean,
well, I would like to. Now, in our rules, we have a netball penalty shootout, right? Now, it's a bit different. Every sport has some sort of penalty shootout, probably apart from netball, that just does golden goal, or I think win by 2 clear points. But we've built in this netball penalty shootout. Now, what we should have done on Sunday was a netball penalty shootout in the pool term. But because we were very restricted on timings, and Martin knows how much time I have to play with. I know for a fact if you did the netball penalty shootout, it would have gone 10, 15 minutes easy. Yeah. By the time people have walked up, taken the shot, blah, blah, blah. So I had to make a decision to go golden goal because we just
let's be fair. You do build in a little bit of tolerance. Yeah, but you had none of that because of the bookings.
0.
Yeah, you had 0. You literally had a deadline of that time. I mean, I got out, I was packing away stuff so that obviously the other people can come in and use the courts. That's what they're doing, aren't they? But you were literally on the line. You try to keep. I mean, everybody loves a penalty shootout, and I'm sure that you in deep down that's what you wanted, but you couldn't, could you?
No, I thought. But then I looked at the time. I thought if this goes on 10, 15 minutes, we lose all ability to get done on by the time. So it did. It would have been great as a spectacle, but unfortunately, it didn't materialize. But hopefully, again in the future, we'll have a chance to do it. But yeah, it's looking forward to getting going. And tonight we're going to talk mainly about the under-13s league because that's what's taking place on Saturday. But we're also going to look at all the leagues very briefly to see the runners and riders for top 4 championships, relegation. 5th to 8th, who's going to get into those spots. So a lot to talk about, and yeah, let's get through it. But to start the review show, we've got 2 special guests. We've got Lilly and Olivia from Southend Sapphires. Sapphires, isn't it, girls?
Yeah.
I say Sapphires, and people have a go at me. They're, "Oh, it's Sapphires."
Is there a chant that the Sapphires have, like Sapphire or whatever, blah blah blah?
No, they
I
have a
don't know. I
klaxon.
don't think so.
They have one of those horns.
Air horn.
Yeah. Are you bringing that
Oh, is
this
it them who
Saturday?
do the air horns? Right, yeah.
Is it making an appearance?
I think so.
Good. And people will no doubt come up to me and say, "This is putting my players off. Can you please?"
It's my mum that does it, so it's so embarrassing.
No,
isn't it?
We should sell them for our grand finals.
That's a great idea. There you go, people. Would you buy an air horn for the grand finals? You watch everybody turn up with like the massive like air horns.
Getting young or getting any type of elite athlete to cope within a very noisy, a very very boisterous audience is key to their development. People don't understand that. You know, when people are shouting, screaming, just being generally loud, you've got to learn how to switch off and just focus on your game. And it's a good learning opportunity for anyone who's elite minded to actually welcome that environment when you're playing sport, because it helps with your development. So you got no choice, though, have you, girls?
No.
So we've got Lily, and it says Liv there, but your full name is Olivia, but we'll call you Liv because that's what you want to be called. So let's start with you, Lily. You play for Southend Sapphires. You're new to the league, but how did you start your netball journey? What is it that inspired you to start playing netball?
I went to a primary school that did a lot of netball. And then the main coach of the school was one of the coaches for Sapphires. So I went along and I've just stuck with it ever since, really.
And how old were you when you did that?
I think I was year 2.
Oh, year 2. That's nice and young.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
And you've been playing it, well, some of the age. What age is year 2?
6.
That's nice. That's 7 or 8, isn't it? 7.
Yeah, it's 7 or 8. Yeah.
I thought it was 6.
No, Martin, you long time since you've been in school, mate.
Yeah, true. Hey, man, not that old.
So what position are you, Lily?
I'm wing attack.
And who's your netball role model? Who would you like to emulate?
I mean, I like Eleanor Cardwell's attitude, but I'm not a shooter, so.
No, you know what, Lily? I'm going to agree with you. Her attitude, especially in the last Commonwealth Games, was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very. You could tell she was very determined to do well, and that's a good point you made. But who is the best player at wing attack in the netball world?
I think Clark, is that her name? I'm not very good with names.
No, nor mine.
But she
joined the club. Well, Lily, how are you finding the league this season? Because you've come into it because you want to get that good competitive match play. Is it what you expected, or is it a lot tougher than you expected?
I mean, I wasn't quite sure on what it was at the beginning, but we went into it with the top 4 toughest teams from last season. But it's been really good because our league isn't as challenging as this. So it's been really good to improve, and then we know what to improve on in training as well. So it's
cool. And you looking forward to this Saturday? You've got 2 big games. You've got AP Saints, and you have. Let me just double check.
Magic, I think.
And you have Magic. So you have 2 teams who sit kind of below you in the table, but still going to be 2 tough games. What's your thoughts on those 2 games, Lily?
I think we have a good chance because we've come a long way ever since the last one. And we're all trying out new strategies and stuff. So I think if we don't win, it's going to be a good learning curve. But if we do win, then it's obviously great because could make us in the top 4.
Yeah, well, that's the important thing. If you do get 1 win would be good, but 2 wins, I probably will guess that will squeeze you into the top 4. So that would mean going into your final 3 games of the season, it's gonna be a very interesting few months ahead for you. So, Lily, great talking to you. Now let's move on to Olivia. Olivia, come on, give us some insight on your netball journey so far and what positions you play and who's inspired you.
So I started basically the same as Lily because we went to the same school. So I started around like year 2 as well. But my mum also plays netball, so I sort of had to follow her lead.
Yeah, I got no choice.
She plays for the same club, so it's sort of like a mother-daughter thing, which is nice.
Cool.
And then I play goal attack, so love shooting.
Yeah, and what do you? How much shoot away from your club training? Do you do a lot of shooting outside your club? Do you go into the garden and knock out 50,000 shots?
Not at the moment because it's a bit like slippery outside, but I try and shoot whenever I can.
Yeah.
So like whilst I'm like waiting with training, I'll shoot with like all my other like Lexi. She's one of my shooting partners, so I shoot with her.
Who's your netball idol?
Probably Helen Housby. I really like her attitude, and also Eleanor Cardwell. Like her attitude is really like cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. They're playing Jamaica at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so well, you probably do you like watching netball live, or is it not for you?
I like it. I like learning from it and seeing like my player, like my favourite person playing.
And who do you think will win out of England Jamaica tonight?
I have to say England because I think they're just gonna push their way through.
Well, we were lucky to meet Janine Fowler on Sunday, the Jamaican goal shooter. Huge.
Oh, I've met her as well. When I went to watch
I've never
games.
Like, I'm not the tallest person in the world, but I'm also not the smallest person in the world, and I actually felt like I was 4'1".
I think she's like 6'6". She's like so tall.
Oh, I was just looking up, and it was crazy. And all I kept thinking was, how do you defend against that? It's obviously, unless you're 6'6", 6'7" as well, it must be near enough impossible. But in regards to the league, Liv, big 2 games coming up on Saturday. What's the training been like? What's the coach been saying to you? What is the aim this week?
Well, in trainings, we sort of try and play with like the older girls, so we have sort of like some experience with like taller girls and more like stronger.
Yeah.
So we try and play with them, and like our coach has sort of just been pushing us and trying to get us to like the same level. So we're trying to do different drills, different sort of tactics to try and like make us better, to make us stronger.
And again, you confident this Saturday you can get 2 wins out of 2?
Yeah, I'm really confident because I think our team's just going to like push through and just try our best.
Because you've both had like a tough start to league. You've played some of the best teams. Because you're a new team, you've kind of played the best teams from last season first. Now you're kind of going through the next phase of fixtures where you're playing teams that, on paper, are kind of mid-table, lower table type of teams. So you must be happy you got through those first initial games, and now you can kind of look at these next set of games and think, hold on a minute, we can probably get a lot of wins here. Is that what you're thinking?
And from like the past games, we sort of learn from them as well. We learn from sort of like our mistakes. So like if we have a taller defender, we don't do overheads as much. And try and move more. Yeah.
Yes, and maybe a few bounce passes and fake passes. And that's something I've noticed in netball. I don't know how much you work on it, but there needs to be a bit more streetwise. It needs to be a bit more streetwise, like more
Brazil.
Yeah,
bit Brazil, isn't it? That's what you're talking.
No, but if you've got a tall defender, don't throw it in the air.
Yeah,
because someone tall is going to take a lot longer to get down lower level. So just roll it along the floor.
Well, why not?
So a few little tips for you this weekend, Lily. But all in all, Lily and Liv, have you enjoyed the experience so far?
Yeah, It's a good experience to start with.
Cool, because as we move
It's
into the
been really
third
good.
and fourth and fifth rounds, it's going to get more intense, more exciting, and hopefully you're going to embrace that and enjoy the whole experience coming your way. But
You won't have long nails after it. I can guarantee you that.
yes, and if you could create some sort of rivalry of a team, that'll help Martin out big time with live streams and stuff.
If you don't mind. Here's a question about rivalry and stuff. When you're at school and you're playing netball, what's the reaction you get from the other girls? Because obviously, you're great players. So how does that go down at school?
It's like
Well-
sometimes I get shocked.
Oh, but the way that they play and the technique that you use.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lily, what about you?
At my school, we had like trials for the like A, B, C, D team today, and I think it's like I'm in the A team, by the way. I think
Lily, I wasn't expecting you to be in the Z team. I can tell you that right now.
I think it kind of pushes them to be better. So then overall we get like a better team, and like because like let's say I have like a bit more knowledge than them, then I can help them out and try
A
and
bit
like
more knowledge.
increase
You have a lot
their
of knowledge.
knowledge. Yeah.
Sorry, you have a lot of knowledge, don't you?
And try.
Do you start commanding people around, telling the teacher that she doesn't know what she's talking about, or he doesn't matter? Do you do that?
I don't do
And
that.
you live?
No, I don't do
Huh?
that. But it's like
Okay.
I don't do that. But if my defender's marking me, I'll help them and say like, if I do this, then you could do this.
Oh, okay, that's good. What about you,
You know
Liv?
what
Do
I
you do
mean?
the same?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I sort of like help the coaches sort of because like my PE teachers like ask me because they know that I'm like higher up, so they ask me to sort of like coach as well as play.
Oh, that's good.
Invoice them.
That's great experience, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah.
To be able to have that as well.
No,
Excellent.
well, when I did the coaching, you always used
Oh,
to neutralize. Well, you should always neutralize the best kids. Like so, sometimes your voice gets a bit boring, but if you can get someone of a similar age group, kind of reinforcing the message, it actually works really well. So yeah, it's cool. Well done to your teachers. Basically, working less and using you two to do less work. But girls, again, big weekend for you. Big game Saturday. I wish you the best of luck. I'll be there Saturday as well. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck. But what we're going to do now before you go is the ENG Netball quiz or Youth Netball Premier League quiz. Have you got a pen and paper?
Yeah.
This is the bit where you get competitive. Teammates go out the window, okay?
There's no friends now. No friends.
So what we're doing every single week, we're doing these quizzes. It's 12 points up for grabs. The top 5 at the end of the season come to the quiz national championships, which will be online, and we're going to give away some sort of prize, which we haven't even worked out what it is yet. We've come up with ideas like 3-legged horses, Ford Escorts,
Capri.
like Martin's curtains behind him. We just don't know what we're giving out yet.
These
So,
mate, these are trendy curtains. These are amazing.
but
Yeah. The girls just smile like, yeah, whatever.
the questions are multiple choice, so don't worry too much if you don't know them. Some of them are not, but do you go on the website at all to look at the tables or anything like that?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well you've got if you do, that will help as well, but it doesn't particularly matter. So are you two ready? Cool.
Yeah.
Your first question. This is multiple choice. So, how many goals have been scored in the under-13 Southern Conference so far this season? Is it 864,
Wow.
865, or 866?
That's a lot of goals, mate, isn't it?
Yes. So, how many goals have been scored so far this season? 864, 65, or 66? So, pick one. That's worth 1 point.
Come on, people, see if you can answer that online as well. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, if anyone's online, join in.
Yeah, there you go. If you think you can do it, come on in.
Okay, you two ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Who are the current top 4 teams in the league? See, Lily's been doing her homework. The current top 4, you get a point for every team you get right. So the current top 4 teams in the under-13 Southern Conference. Not who are the top 4 teams in after Saturday, because you're probably wanting to be in there, aren't you?
Yeah.
So let me know when you've done that.
Yeah, done.
Okay. Hopefully you know your history as well. Who won the under-13 Southern Conference last season? Was it A, Turnford, B, Eagles, or C, Ryland? So Turnford,
thinking.
or
How to
Ryland?
spell it, so I'm just going to...
Oh, don't worry about spelling.
Pardon?
I said don't worry about spelling.
I put the letter that... Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, cool. So A was Turnford, B was Eagles, and C was Ryland.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Right, next one. Who won the under-13s Youth Netball Premier League Grand Finals last season? Was it Oldham? A, that's A for Oldham. Was it Eagles? B. Or was it C, Kingsway Power? So Oldham, Eagles, or Kingsway Power? Actually, Martin, when we've done the quiz, we can actually go to the leaderboard because it's been updated online.
Oh, well, has it?
Yeah.
Ooh, where will I find that?
So if you go to stats, you're not going to like this bit. You go scroll all the way to the bottom, and it says quiz leaderboard.
Oh, wait, I never saw that before. Ah, bringing it up, mate. Bringing it up.
Are you done, girls? That one?
Yeah.
Look
Okay.
at that. Richard's been busy.
Yeah.
Who are the current bottom 4 teams in the under-13 Southern Conference? Bottom 4 teams in the under-13 Southern Conference, in no particular order as well. It doesn't matter what order you put it in.
I'm looking at this quiz leaderboard, mate. This is interesting. Look at that. Even though you haven't put the score, sort of. Never mind.
No, do you know why? I didn't bother with that because I'd have to jig it around and change it every single time. So I just.
You mean you'd have to think about it? Is that what you mean?
I just have to do extra work.
Just add it to the bottom. They can all work it out. It's like, right, okay.
So they're the winners so far. Okay, you done with that, girls?
Yeah.
And the last question: who has conceded the most goals in the league this season in your league, under-13 Southern Conference? What team? I'll do multiple choice. Is it Charnwood Rutland? A. Is it B, Magic? Or C, Poole Netball Club? So Charnwood Rutland A, Magic B, and Poole Netball Club C.
Really think about that. Look at the thought going into it. I love this part of the quiz. It's great. It's just like, oh, is that three-legged?
I was actually rewatching the one where that young lady who said, shouted that you're fired. The other, she was a. That was, wasn't she?
That was. You're fired.
Okay, so that concludes the quiz. So what we're going to do now is I'm gonna basically give you the answer out, and you're just gonna put your paper up and tell me what you put, and I'm just gonna record it. So You grab a pen.
I like the way he's not ready. Have you noticed that? He's asked you, have you got a pen and paper ready? All right. And he hasn't.
Of course I haven't. I don't think I ever did homework in my life when I went to school.
Don't do it now, mate. Looking at that leaderboard.
Okay, here we go. So the first question was, how many goals have been scored in your league so far this season? Was it 864, 865, or 866? Lily, put your sheet up. What did you put?
I put 864. Oh,
Okay, and Liv, what did you put?
866.
Oh.
Okay. The first point goes to Lily. You're 1-0.
Well done.
1 point to Lily. Okay, next question was, who are the current top 4 teams? So Liv, we'll start with you this time.
Um,
Oh no, this is the difficult bit.
Starz.
Isn't it? Didn't it with the webcam?
Turnford and Phoenix.
Cool. And Lily? Let's have a look at yours, Lily.
I put Starz. Oh, Starz, Sutton, Turnford, and Poole.
Okay, I can confirm. Lily, you got 3 out of 4. Paul is wrong. That should have been CD Phoenix. Liv, you got 4 out of 4. Well done.
Oh, well done, Liv.
So we are drawing. It's now 4-all. Great little comeback there, Liv. Okay, who won the under-13 Southern Conference last season? Now, this is a bit, it's going to trip me up because I've got to remember my multiple choice. Oh, what did I say? A word.
Do you remember what he said? Do you remember the options?
One was Ryland, C was Ryland, B was Eagles. Oh yeah, A was Turnford, B was Eagles, C was Ryland. What have you got, Lily?
I put C.
Which was Ryland. Okay, and you, Liv?
I put B, Eagles.
Liv, you're in the lead. Well done.
Oh, come on, Lily, you got to come back.
So we need a little comeback, Lily. You're 1 point down. Who won the grand finals last season? Was it A, Oldham? It was B, Eagles, or C, Kingsway Power. That's it. Let's go with you, Liv.
I put C. No.
Great. When you hear that Kingsway Power name, you'd be very hard stuck not to say them, innit?
Yeah.
What have you got, Lily? Well done. And you both got the point. Yeah, you both got the point. Well done. So we're into round 5. And Liv, you're still winning by 1 point. You need her to trip up, Lily. And this is the trip up question.
Oh.
So who are the current bottom 4 teams? Lily, hit us with what you've got.
AP Saints. Oh. Charnwood, Rutland. I don't know how to say it. CD Phoenix and Turnford.
Cool. And what have you got, Olivia?
I had
B.
Poole, Saints, Magic, and Charnwood.
Cool. Okay. I can confirm. Lily, you got 2 out of 4. And Liv, you got 4 out of 4.
Oh,
someone
well
has been studying, or someone just enjoys the league and just takes a bit of interest in it. Paul, AP Saints, Magic, and Charnwood Rutland were the bottom 4 teams. And you can't come back, Lily, but this is a consolation point for you. Who has conceded the most goals in the league? Let's start with you, Olivia.
I put Magic.
And Lily?
I put A, but I don't remember what A was.
Not as
written.
written.
I'll give you it anyway, because I don't have a clue either. So, well done, you two. I'm going to give you the final scores, but thank you so much for coming on tonight, because you've both been brilliant, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. But the final scores on the doors were: Lily, you had 4, 5, 6, 7. You had 8 out of 12. Not bad, Lily.
That's a good score.
It might have been 7. We just don't know what the AB is. And Liv, you had a very impressive 11 out of 12.
Ooh, would you like me to bring up the table for that one?
Yeah, bring it up, Martin. Bring it up.
There you go. Look how much work's gone into that.
So you're going to be joining at the present moment. The top 5 there is going to be Evie on 12. You've got Annabelle on 12. You've got Lily from Oldham on 11, and Maria from Grangetown on 11. So yeah, you are literally in the top 5 there, Liv. Does life get much better than this?
She's trying to be nice. I don't know how to answer that question. I really don't.
But thank you so much, girls. Well done, Liv. You'll be going on our leaderboard,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be seeing you again in a few months' time for the national final. So keep studying, and Lily, thank you so much, and we'll see you two on Saturday. Good luck.
See you then. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You.
Bye. That was cool. Even though you can't remember your own questions.
Oh, threw me, that did.
That did. I noticed.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll start with the under-13 Southern Conference and have a look at what to expect this Saturday. So this gets us going for a massive few months ahead. It's going to be action-packed now for every Saturday and Sunday, all the way up to April, May. Cannot wait.
This is where we need a holiday afterwards, isn't it? Because it's just crazy.
It's just great entertainment. Sometimes I don't think it's a job. It's just good fun. Okay, so fixtures. We have Sutton Town versus Magic. Southend Sapphires versus AP Saints. Sutton Town then take on Poole. Then Magic versus Southend Sapphires. Then AP Saints versus Poole. So if we have a look at those first 5 games, Sutton Town are looking to maintain their unbeaten start to the season. They're currently second with 8 points, and we've got kind of a 3-horse race there for the title. Normally, we have 2 teams vying for the title. In this league, we've got 3 teams. So
that is mad, isn't it?
Yeah, let's see how long that one continues. So Sutton Town will be looking to get maximum points against teams on paper, and the league table suggests they should win. But this is the Youth Netball Premier League. Anything can happen. So they're still going to have to be ready and, just ready to compete and get the job done. But Magic for me, are a sleeping giant in this league. They probably haven't performed as well as they should have done so far. So they'll be looking to not only show that what they're capable of, but to get out of the old relegation zone, because they kind of want to be in this league next season. So big game for Magic and Sutton Town. We spoke to Southend Sapphires. 2 games they've got, which they believe they will win. I'm imagining they're quite confident about these. But once again, AP Saints, who come 5th last season, are no pushovers, so that's going to be a tough game. And AP Saints as well are looking over their shoulder at the relegation zone, so they'll be wanting to get at least 1 win to push themselves up the table. And they got a massive game also against Poole Netball Club, which is huge. It's a proper 5th to 8th kind of who's going to get in the championship national finals or who's going to get relegated type of game. Yeah, it's a big one. That is a big one at the bottom of the table. So good morning of very evenly matched fixtures. I'm looking forward to that. In the afternoon, we have CD Phoenix versus Charnwood Rutland. So CD Phoenix currently occupy 4th, and if Southend Sapphires win both games in the morning, that'll put more pressure on CD Phoenix to win their games. So they've got Charnwood Rutland, who currently sit bottom, who are currently looking for their first win of the season. Then we've got a very interesting game. We've got Starz, who are unbeaten, playing Turnford B, who come in and replaced Eagles. But this Turnford B team, again, are no pushovers. And
They're
Starz,
not, are they?
no.
Turnford B has been a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, Starz are going to have to be ready for that one because I think if they fall asleep at the wheel a little bit, it's going to be bad news for them. So, yeah, good game there. Then we've got Turnford, who are one of the other teams who occupy the top spaces. They've got Charnwood Rutland, so they'll be confident of that win. Another tough round there for Charnwood Rutland, CD Phoenix and Turnford, 4th and 3rd. Then Starz play CD Phoenix. Now, if CD Phoenix win their initial game, they're going to be full of confidence, and that should be a tough game there for Starz once again. So good fixture. And to finish it all off, Turnford versus Turnford. Could you imagine Turnford B ruining the title charge of Turnford?
Yeah.
They would not be friends ever again.
Again, this is it's one of those things, isn't it? If that did happen, I could imagine it. It's like Formula One. You know, you got the two teammates, you know, when they race against each other, and it's like, you know, multi 21. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Will that happen? And I'm not being funny. Turnford B is no pushover, like you said. So anything can happen.
Yeah, well, it can. And what's interesting about this league is this 3-horse race we have materializing. So we've got Starz, Sutton Town and Turnford all on 8 points. Now, if we just say on paper, if we just look at the form book, all of those teams should win again 2 games going into round 4. Now, if we look at round 4, that's when it gets really interesting because Starz play Sutton Town in the next round. So if all those teams come through those games, not only that's a big. So Sutton Town not only will play Starz, they've also got Turnford in the same day. Who does these fixtures? Come on.
I have no idea. I'm numpty.
So Sutton Town, if they come through it, they've got the opportunity to potentially win the league in the next round. Well, not win it, but kind of give themselves
the right high place, isn't it?
Yeah, they kind of then, because they will then go in. Oh God, it doesn't get any easier. They'll go into the last game of the season against Turnford B. So 3 huge games for all those teams. If they win these next games, it's going to be huge. But again, what if Starz beat Sutton Town and Turnford beat Sutton Town? What will happen is Starz and Turnford will collide at the end of the season. And what a game that would be. April the 30th, 6 o'clock. Starz versus Turnford, potentially for the league title. Come on. Big game. Big game.
Happening. It's all happening. Let's have a look. April, was it? April 1st. There you go. That's where it is.
It's going to be a huge game. And if we look at the kind of 4th, so for me, the top 3 teams in that league, that's settled. Those top 3 teams in my mind will qualify for the national finals. It's just where they qualify is the story.
Yeah.
But the 4th place battle, you've got, I think, like you said, Turnford B, who have just come into it. I think the battle is between CD Phoenix, Southend, and Turnford B. Those 3 teams will probably push for the final position for the grand finals, and then we have the 5th to 8th, which will be our championship finals, which I'm just as looking forward to as I am the grand finals. And again,
that's open, isn't it? That is
it's mad. Like anyone from Charnwood all the way up to CD Phoenix are potentially likely to get into that. So if I was to do a prediction, I'm going to turn around and say Southend will get that last 4th place. Then I would say CD Phoenix, Turnford. I'm going to go AP Saints, Magic.
I'm going to go with CD Phoenix in 4th. I think CD Phoenix will pull it through.
Well, do CD Phoenix play Southend Sapphires? Hold on.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yes, they do. March the 11th. Wow, what a game that'll be.
You beat me to it again. What's going on today? First game of the day as well, mate.
Oh, that looks like a very good day. Very good day. So yeah, if those two teams, it could come down to that. If we look at...
Yeah, but what you got? First game of the day. No warm up, and that's a big one for both of them.
Yeah,
that's like right. You better get warmed up. And come out on fire because Phoenix, they're always on fire. They come from the ashes. But seriously though, what a game! First game. Not a lot of pressure to put on us on the first game, is it?
No. All those people waiting to watch it.
Yeah, it's like, come on, cameras work. Cameras, why aren't you working? This is the biggest game.
Well, Martin, you're going for CD. You're going for the top
CD
three
Phoenix.
plus CD Phoenix. I'm going to go for the top 3 plus Southend Sapphires, and my 5th to 8th will be CD Phoenix, Turnford, AP Saints, and Magic.
Oh,
and I would say Paul, mate, and Charmwood.
Oh, so you think Paul's going to drop down? Okay, right. Okay, all right. Oh, that's a good one. I honestly think, for me, Southend Sapphires and Turnford B will go through or be in the championships. It is Paul. Do you know? I'm gonna say Paul's going to stay in there. But Magic is going to replace AP. I don't think AP Saints. Then again, they've done good all right in the last game, as in seeing how they were playing, they were getting better. I'm going to go with Paul and Magic. There we go. So I reckon AP Saints and Charmwood are going to drop out.
Cool. We'll come back to this at the end of the season, see who has the most knowledge.
That'll be you, Richard, to be fair. But, I don't mind playing along the game.
Okay, so there you go. That's what's happening this Saturday. Big games. Can the top 3 maintain their unbeaten starts to the season? Can Southend replace CD Phoenix? Can CD Phoenix spring a surprise on the top teams? Big game between Paul and AP Saints for pushing into that kind of championship positions and also kind of a moving away from the relegation zone. I think if you get 6 points in this league, you do not go down. 4 points might just do it. If you're on 2 points, I think 4 points will potentially scrape you into that championship finals. But good group of games we've got this Saturday. So I can't wait to get started again. But if we then now go to the under 12s, we're just going to do a very quick recap.
Under 12s, South or North?
Let's start. Let's do North. Let's start with the North. Let's do a quick recap on kind of what to expect. Now, this league is near enough done. We're up to round 4 in this one.
Yep. Oh, we are, aren't we?
Let's see if we can recap all these leagues in 15 minutes. And Martin, let's see if we can do quick predictions in that time as well. So,
and let us know in the comments, people. What do you think? What do you think about the predictions, and what do you reckon will happen? Put it in there. I want to see what people put, man. Come on, get involved.
Yeah. Well, this is a tasty league. We've got Kingsway Power Leeds, both on 12 points. That they will play each other on the last game of the season. In the under 13s league, we have the same narrative playing out. The Leeds Kingsway Power, this new type of rivalry materializing. Oldham are in 3rd, along with Ellesmere. Look how close this is.
Yeah, definitely. Anything's possible.
You've got Bury, Northwich, who are pushing for the top 4. It's going to be very interesting because in the next round, Oldham play Bury. So we've got Oldham on 8 points, playing Bury on 6 points. Bury are getting better and better every time they play.
They are, aren't they?
Northwich Sapphires have got Bury, along with them playing Chester. So Bury, this could be a make or break round for them. If they lose both games, unfortunately, they're just going to have to settle for the championship finals. If they win both games, well, you're probably going to predict that they will get into the grand finals. I don't think nothing's stopping them if they get 2 wins. Again, Oldham have got Bury. Oldham have got Kingsway Power as well. It's too much, mate. Too much competition. Then you got Leeds taking on Kingsway Power under 11s and Chester. Top of the table, Kingsway Power taking on Grangetown, and they're also taking on Oldham. But I kind of predict Leeds and Kingsway Power will get through those games, get maximum points, and it's just going to be a huge battle for the top 4. My prediction for the top 4 will be, I'm going to say, for the title, Kingsway Power, then Leeds. This is a toughie. I'm going to know this one. This is a tough one. Let me just check who Ellesmere Port are playing. I think okay.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Hang on, let me just.
I'm going to say
duplicate. There we go. Let's go.
You know what? This might be a bit controversial.
Oh, we like controversy.
I'm going to say Kingsway Power, Leeds, Ellesmere Port, Bury, top 4. Then
I've got to admit,
Northwich, Chester. But look at the relegation. It's just, well, who's going to get relegated? Who's not going to get relegated? It's mental.
Oh, do you know what? That's so hard to call on all of it. That was, yeah. That is Bury playing.
Well, the last game of the season is Bury versus Ellesmere Port. But because of Ellesmere Port's next 2 games, I think they'll get maximum points.
Yeah.
And, I think they will be home and dry.
That's a very good point. Who's Ellesmere playing?
They've got Grangetown and Wyre. So quickly, Martin, predictions.
All right, then. I will. I'm on the wrong one. Let's have a look. I would go with Kingsway Power, Leeds. I'm going to go with I'm going to go Bury and Ellesmere Port. I'm going to do that. And then Oldham Sapphires. Chester. I think Grangetown, Kingsway Power on the 11 is going to drop down. Grangetown's going to move up. So I think it's going to be a bit like that.
Let's just have a quick look at who Kingsway Power have got. They've got under 11s have got Leeds, then they've got Wyre. So Kingsway Power, that's a 8th versus 10th there. So that'll be an interesting game. It's going to then Grangetown have Ellesmere Port, Kingsway Power. In the last game of the season, Grangetown have Wyre and Kingsway Power and 11s have Chester. It's just going to go to the absolute wire, that one.
That's all fighting on all ends, isn't it? All over that table. Top, middle and bottom. It's a bit like what's a hot spot? All of them.
I'm going to say Kingsway Power under 11s will survive. And I would say the bottom 2 will probably stay the bottom 2.
No, I think Grangetown I'll get through and Kingsway Power under 11s will drop down.
Cool. Right, let's go to the under 12 Southern. We've got 11 minutes.
You want to do it that way? Okay, go on.
Okay, this is a bit. We got a few extra teams, so it's a bit jumbled about, but we can see the top 4 teams so far is Sutton Town are winning the league. We've got Turnford, who have played a game more with 10 points. Shan, who have played 4 games of 8 points. Starz, who have played 6 of 8 points, and Teambridge of 8 points. That's just a mental league. Like it's just
carnage, mate. It's carnage.
Western Park Blades. You've got Paul, All Stars, Ryland. Now, Ryland in particular, who was sitting 9th, they performed. The last time I saw them, they performed they beat Starz. They beat a team that we expected them to lose against, and the improvement in their performance was incredible. So I'm going to predict Ryland will push up that table. And potentially get a top 4. So I'm going to say to win the league, I'm going to go with Sutton Town. I believe in this Sutton Town team. So Sutton Town. Then I'm going to say Shan. Then I don't know.
It's hard to. I'm not being funny to see you stressing about. Me different. You. I would say that goes to show you how difficult it is, how action-packed, how crazy this league is, and how it's all just so compressed. It's like a tinderbox, you know what I mean? Just a little spark. And
it's a tough one because Teambridge are a decent team. They're a very competitive team. That on their day they can perform really well. Oh wow!
I personally think
this one. I've got to do it though. I've got to do it. I'm going to go. Ooh, I'll need to look at Ryland's.
All right, who do you think is going to win? So you say Sutton Town's going to win. I think it's going to be Shan. We agree that Turnford's going to be up there, correct?
I'm not sure. I need to look at Turnford. Yes, I would. Yeah, I've got to go with Turnford. So Turnford, I believe,
Yeah.
it'll be Sutton Town, and not in no particular order in the top four. Sutton Town, Shan, Turnford, and the fourth place team is a toughie.
I think they're going to stay the same. I don't think anybody's going to be able to penetrate.
Ryland have got Shan on January the 21st. I think that's a huge game.
Yeah, but Shan's got a game in hand over Sutton Town. Who's Shan playing? Right, 21st. Shan is playing.
We've got Ryland and Magic.
Right, okay.
Do you know what? I'm going to go for? Do you know what I'm going to go? I'm going to go Sutton Town, Turnford, Shan, Teambridge for the top four. Then I'm going to say Starz, Western Park Blades, Ryland, and Paul.
Okay, I reckon the next four, because I reckon the top four there are going to stay the same. I think All Stars is going to drop down. Ryland's going to go up. Yeah, that's what I think there. And relegated two teams being relegated, correct?
Four
teams going to be relegated. Well, there you go. There's your answer then. Yeah, that's what we're going to get. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be much change in that league. I think it's going to be a massive battle. But I think Shan is going to be the biggest surprise. I think they're going to take the league. It's their maiden voyage as well. So that'll be a massive one. Massive if they can do it. Has anybody done that before? Except for in their first Starz. There we go. I knew there was one.
No. Tell a lie. Starz had a team in the previous season. So it's not their it wasn't their maiden voyage. So no, they would probably be the only team who kind of never used our services, who have come in and just kind of won. So
there you go. So that's where I think that's going to be a massive headline for you as well. That's what I think. I'll be very surprised if they don't. And other than that, I think I think All Stars are going to drop down. I really do. I think Ryland's going to go up there. I mean, it does put Paul in the problem seat as well, but I think Paul will be able to pull it through. So I think relegate is going to be All Stars, Magic, Eagles, and AP Saints.
Cool.
All right. Cool. All right.
Nice one. Okay, and let's move. We've done the under-13 South. Let's do let's see if we can whiz through this even quicker this time. Under-13s North.
Yep, I'm in there. There you go. Here we go.
So this is another league that has a free. It's the same as the under-13 South. We've got a three-way battle for the title. We've got Kingsway Power, the last season's champions. We've got Oldham, who are the number one team in the country. They won the grand finals last season, and we've got we're not newcomers, but we've got this Leeds Athletic side who have got so much potential, and all eyes are on Leeds. Basically, can they follow through on the confidence they have to win this league? And Martin, please be ready for February the 25th, because Kingsway Power are playing Leeds at 5 o'clock.
At what time?
5 o'clock.
Oh, 5 o'clock. That's good. That's any technical problems smooth themselves out. So I'm primed and ready.
No. That game is way too much to start the day with, mate.
Exactly. You can't be doing that to me. Please don't. I mean, do you know what? Leeds and Bury, when they played each other already, haven't they? And the parents, I mean, I loved them. They were great. I had a good laugh and chat with them. They decided to sit next to me or near me when I was obviously live streaming. So I ended up chatting away to them. I think they walked away. But yeah, the encouragement and the way that they back the team, they've got great support from obviously the watchers. Mate, Leeds, Oldham and Kingsway, I think it's really hard to tell.
I'm based on what I've seen, Leeds Athletic, I think I've changed my mind. I did say Oldham initially, but I think Leeds Athletic will win the league. I think Oldham will come second, and I think Kingsway Power will come third. Now, the only issue with that is the poor team that comes second in the South potentially might have to play Kingsway Power in the quarterfinals, and that's not a. You know, when you come second, you think, well, brilliant. We've got a great chance of getting through the quarterfinals into the semi-finals, and potentially Kingsway Power on the scene. So might be coming top of that South League is so important. But then in fourth, we've got Bury. I think Bury will hang on to that position. And again, they're improving all the time. Wire, again, last season, they went to the grand finals. They'd be kicking themselves. They didn't get into the semi-finals after they lost to Starz. But I think Bury, they're looking good. They're looking strong. I think Wire, Grangetown, Ellesmere Port.
Same side.
Oh no, I'll probably say Chester will grab the 5th to 8th. But this Leeds Athletic B team, actually, no, I'm going to change my mind.
I was about to say, I've not really, I can't, this.
I would say Wire, Grangetown, Leeds Athletic B, and Ellesmere Port for the championship.
Okay.
Positions in the table.
See, what I would put is Kingsway Power, Leeds.
Do you think Kingsway Power are going to beat Leeds on the February the 25th?
Yeah, I think they will. I think, Oldham is going to be Bury, Wire, Grangetown. Ooh, I reckon who's going to go out might be Chester and Tameside. They're going to be relegated, I think.
Cool.
There we go. Well, I tell you what, it's stressful, mate, thinking about this, because I also know the parents are going to talk to me.
Well, the last season when we did this, it actually it gave so many clubs so much inspiration to prove us wrong that they played better. So
exactly. Good point.
Let's keep inspiring them. Right, under 14s North.
There we go.
Kingsway Power top. This is the treble chasers. Oldham, Chester, Grangetown, Leeds Athletic, Wire, Ribble Valley, Macclesfield, Oaksway, and Sutterworth. The biggest shock in this league is Oaksway.
I was about to say that. I would. I'm hoping that they're just not firing on all cylinders, and that they're going to come out this year. You know what I mean? Totally recharged, and they've had a couple of. You know what I mean? They know what the league's about now, and push it through. You know, and because I'm quite surprised. I really am.
But it looks like it's again a two-way battle there for the title. Chester disappointingly lost to Leeds Athletic in their last game to kind of stop the narrative of a 3-horse race, but they've still got a chance. They're just going to have to play out their skins when they take on. Well, they've got Oldham next, which would be a fantastic game. That was the game last season where they won, and they wasn't expected to win, and that was because they kind of studied the live stream and all that sort of stuff. So let's see if Chester can pull off another win there. But I think Kingsway Power win this one. But I know team Oldham are getting close to them. Oldham beat them in a county game not long ago, so they're not unbeatable. It's just that you have to be so on it to beat a team like Kingsway Power in this age group. So I'm going to top 4. I'm actually going to say Kingsway Power, Oldham, Chester, and Leeds will be our top 4. Then
I'd agree with that.
Grangetown, Wire, Ribble Valley, and potentially it depends how Oaksway. I would say Oaksway.
I was going to go with that as well, to be fair.
For our championship rounds. Then Macclesfield, Sutterworth in the bottom 2.
Yeah, I'll go with the same. I'll go with that.
Cool. So if we go to the under 14s South.
There we go. There we are.
So Shan, Crosskeys, Ryland, Western Park Blades are currently occupying the top 4 positions. Huge round on the 20. And I talked about this, Martin. There's a few teams who are missing players for this because of school national competition. I would like to make it clear to everyone, I get my dates out like months and months in advance, but it doesn't matter how prepared I am or how on it I am. School netball competitions or whatever, if they just put their dates out 7 days before the event, they will always trump my event. So I don't know why I bother after time organising it. So
calm down.
But But they just it's frustrating because you want the league to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if we quickly look at January the 28th, we've got Western Park Blades are playing Shan. They're playing Turnford. Ryland have got Magic. Magic have got Shan. Ryland have got Turnford and Magic. So huge games there for the top 4 teams.
Yep.
But then Teambridge played superbly last time out. And well, they'll be hoping that they can, they got AP Saints, which is a very winnable game. Then they've got Manor, who no one knows too much about. Maybe Manor might do something in this league. They're coming in, they've replaced Eagles, and they've got a good competitive team apparently, and they might turn around and win their next 5 games and push themselves up the table. So it'd be interesting to see how they get on. But if I was to do a prediction, I would say,
prediction time.
It's a big one for Magic. They have to win at least 1 game against Ryland or Shan. If they do, that's going to be difficult. I'm going to say Shan, Cross Keys, Ryland. I think the top 4 will remain top 4.
Agreed.
And I would say, I'm gonna, even though I haven't seen them, I'm gonna say Manor will jump out, and I think AP Saints and CD Thinks will go into the bottom 2. So I think it'll be Manor, Teambridge, Turnford, and Magic for the championship finals.
I think TTNC and AP Saints will drop down. Personally, there we go. It all goes quiet.
No, I'm just looking at the.
Again, this is all based on we haven't seen Manor yet. We've heard some good things. So
Teambridge, if they win their next 2 games, they've got a massive chance. Mate, I just can't wait. It's just going to be cool.
Yeah.
Right, under 15s North. One of the under 15s leagues are by far the most captivating because they're so talented. I just cannot wait to see how these materialize. So it's under 15s North. We've got Oldham, Ellesmere Port, Bury. I can't believe I'm saying this. Kingsway Power in 4th.
that honestly, if at the start of the year, if I'd have made a bet with you, if I'd have said Kingsway Power is not going to be in the top 3, I bet you a tenner, you'd have snapped my hand off of that bet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's unbelievable.
Yeah, they lost their last 2 games. And if we look at the fixtures quickly, Kingsway Power played Grangetown their next game. And Grangetown have not only Kingsway Power, they have Oldham. So 2 huge games at Grangetown. They're going to have to win one of them. They've got no choice but to win one of them. So that first game against Kingsway Power, they have to be so focused and so on it because Kingsway Power are going to, Kingsway Power can't slip up. If Kingsway Power slip up, then they're going to be in a heap of trouble as well. We've got Bury against Leeds. We've got Bury against Ellesmere Port. So Ellesmere Port, who are undefeated, along with Bury. So we've got 2nd versus 3rd. That's a massive game in the league. Then Chester are playing Leeds Athletic. And Chester got South Ribble. So Chester will be looking to get 2 wins, which will push them up the table. And they'll be challenging for the top 4 as well. But yeah, Wire have got Saddleworth, and they've also got Kingsway Power. So, going to be a lot of movement in that table after the 28th of January. But I'm going to go for an Oldham title, Bury in 2nd, Kingsway Power 3rd, and I'm going to say Ellesmere Port 4th.
Oh, right, okay.
Grangetown, Chester, Leeds, and Wire for our championship finals.
Okay, all right. I don't know what to say on that one, mate. To be fair, I'm looking at it like just. Who did you say again?
Oldham, Bury, Kingsway Power, and Ellesmere Port.
I'm going to go Oldham, Bury, Ellesmere Port, Kingsway Power. Definitely, I think I do think Ellesmere Port have a new leash of life. They are coming in hard and fast, and I think they won't lose a game, but they'll take their win against Kingsway Power.
Well, it's a big game. The Bury, if they beat Bury, who else they got? If they beat Bury, they are in such a fantastic position. But if they don't, they then play Grangetown and Oldham in the next round. Again, it might come down to the fact they might have. Then they've got Chester, a local rival, in the last game of the season. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But they've done so well to get to where they are at this point. They were the first team ever to beat a Kingsway Power team in our league. So that's a quiz question for maybe the national finals in a few months' time.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's do our final league review quickly, and that's the 15 South. Your personal favourite, Martin.
Yes, I love
one reason only, because it is
all about that last game of the season. Oh, it's at 7 p.m, not 6.
No, they've got a franchise day, so we've had to push the timings.
Oh, okay.
To make sure they get there. If there's traffic, I'm waiting there to 9-10 o'clock at night. I don't care.
It's kind of a bit of a weird day, isn't it? 9, 10, 11, then 12. We've got 3 p.m. and then 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh no, you got other games going on as well.
Mate, it's just like, seriously, mate, you're going to love me that day with the amount of games.
Yeah, there's
so many high intense games. You're going to be thinking, thank you so much for doing the fixtures the way you do.
Yeah, you got the under 13s in there as well, haven't you? The same day, I think.
No, the under
14s, I should say.
12s, I think. No, 14. I think it might be 14s. Yeah.
April 1st. March. Okay. All right. Yep. But I do realise now what I was just saying. I was like, hang on a second. When I was looking at obviously your fixtures, I was a bit like, yeah, under 14s. Yeah, they're intermixed. It's going to be a very interesting day, mate. I think I might have to, take some calming tablets or something. It's going to be like crazy.
Well, the question is, who do you think will win? You've seen enough of Paul and Turnford already this season. We saw them on Sunday. Even though Turnford had a couple of under 16s players, we still kind of got an idea of where both teams are at as a teams. Who are you going for, Martin? Or maybe AP Saints could sneak a little win in there, because
my money's on Paul. My money is on Paul. I think what I saw. I mean, again, I was looking on Saturday. Based on Sunday under 16 game. I don't know. I just think Paul is going to pull it off because they were quite strong on Sunday, and I do know that some play in that league as well. And the team's quite well knit together. So it'll be an interesting one. When it comes to grand finals, that's going to be a different thing, I think. I really do. I don't know why, but I think Paul are going to clinch it.
Three-time league champions.
Hmm?
Treble of wins. Yeah, I'm not going. Oh, it's a tough one.
You want to go for Turnford, don't you? I knew you would.
No, I'm going to go with Paul, but I'm actually going to I think maybe the grand finals might be a different ball game.
That's what
I think. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling Turnford will come on really strong in the grand finals. And
Turnford did it. What was it? 2 years ago, didn't they? They turned it around. They
did. So,
and then they won the. And I remember that they were gutted that they lost, and it was a close game. And to come to the grand finals, it was a total different game. And I don't know what it is. I just think when it comes to the league, Paul have the advantage, and when it comes to the finals, Turnford does. Just like what happened on Saturday, Paul won the toss for the the golden goal, gave it away, and Turnford win it. You know what I mean? It's just, wow, what a game, and I think that's what we're going to get as well again. But I do think Paul are just going to get it. I don't know what it is, but on the day when it comes to the league games, they seem to be a little bit more high on the caliber, I think.
Well, I'm going to say Paul, Turnford, AP Saints, and I'm going to actually say Magic to hit that 4th place spot. I think Western Park, Sutton Town, Team Bridge, MK Dons have just come into it, Team Bed, and that's a tough one. I think it's a tough one. I don't know too much about MK Dons. Let's see what.
I think they got upset and they're going to push Charnwood down. I think MK Dons, Milton Keynes, live in Aylesbury, just around the corner. I think MK Dons. I was speaking to one of their parents for the under 16s, and they've got a good amount of people who support them too.
They do, yeah.
And again, what was it? Bury versus MK Dons, that game I always talk about in that grand final was absolutely amazing. I think the team. I think, again, that's one that Sky Sports should be still phoning me up asking, can we have not the rights, but can they rent it from me and put it out on Sky Sports? It was such an amazing game. And I do think MK Dons, I'd like to see them in more of your leagues, mate, to be fair. I think that, the way they work, that,
mate, they know where I'm at.
Exactly. But I think this is a great little place for them to be. Give them a little, touch of what ENG League's all about, the YNPL. And I'd like to see them in more leagues because they're great team and got great coaches. And I think I'd like, see more. And I think they are going to cause an upset in this league and they are going to push up. So whether that they can, they'll make it to the champions. They won't make it to the top 4. But again, you never know. Anything can happen. But MK Dons, I would be really surprised if they're in 9th or 10th by the end of the season. To a point, I put a tenner on it. And you know me, you know what I mean?
Just trying to see what I've done.
Come on, people. If you're MK Don supporter, let us know. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Are you Charlton Rutland? Put it in the comments. Let's get this comments on fire. Let's see it rolling through. People giving us their comments, what they think, and whether me and Richard have got it.
Well, Martin, we've gone over by our limit by 13 minutes, but that's our opinion on what we think is going to happen. We will soon find out in the next few months what happens and what materializes. But Saturday, we are back for the Under 13 Southern Conference.
Boom, boom, boom.
If you can't be there, make sure you live stream it. And good luck to everyone for the next few months. But Martin, thank you so much. And
thank you, Richard.
We will see you each other Saturday.
Yeah. All right. See you all, people. Don't forget, subscribe, follow us on all the social media channels, and we'll see you on Saturday. Bye-bye.